Let's fucking do it, shall we?
Shall we? Shall.
What is going on? Finally, after some technical difficulties, we have made it. We are live here at the Puro Caballero Show. And this is your host, Caballero, a.k.a. Treatorino, a.k.a. Drugs Bunny, a.k.a. Schoolboy Foo, a.k.a. what else do I want? Stony Munoz. Yeah. Shout out to Anthony Munoz, USC right over here down the street. But yeah, this is episode number 98. We're crawling over to triple digits, baby. We getting there. Got another fantastic guest for you guys this week. Very good, funny, hilarious friend of mine, Eddie motherfucking Diaz. How you doing, sir?
What's up, guys? Yeah, thank you for having me on here. It's always starting off the podcast. It's kind of weird, you know. Like, jump in.
There you go, man. That's
there
what
it is.
That's what it is. Try to give you the alley-oop and shit. You know?
And I dunk.
How you feeling, man?
Yo, I'm good. I'm really excited to be here, man. That blunt, just nice and chill.
Shout out to that blunt we just smoked.
It's good, man.
Yeah. What was the spot where you got?
So it's a spot called Culture OB, but this guy gave me the dispenser gave me a whole box of weed, and it's just like, all right, here, go promote, go, give some away, and now here we are on the show, so it was like, it was cool. They hooked it up.
Hell yeah, big shout outs. Yeah. That was some good shit. This is my shit. It was like Indica. It was like, what is this shit? Indica leaning hybrid. Indica dominant hybrid. Lava cake. Yeah, that shit was pretty good. That was fire.
Yeah, man. You know what, good. Too, is like, it's like, I feel like if you gotta go to dispensary and stuff, sometimes you gotta, pay a little extra to get the good stuff. I've been getting those really budget 8s lately, and it's not where it's at, man.
It's just there's like a sweet spot. I found like there's a certain sweet spot I can get with places where they have it cheap, but it's like good stuff. Like there's certain places that have like small nug runs, like the store over here. They sell them for like $25 an eighth, but it's like the normal stuff they would sell for like $40 to $50 an eighth.
It's just smaller,
and it's just a little smaller nugs. It's just like the stuff they have at the bottom, And so it's like really doesn't change anything. It's like the same amount of like for the most part.
And the other thing too, it's like if you think about it, all the stuff drops to the bottom. So I'm pretty sure there's a little bit extra coating in there. You know what I mean? All the drips.
I appreciate it. It's good shit though. They just have fire stuff regardless. So like even if it's not as it's like a couple percent, like I'm not even fucking tripping over it. So shout out to Originals to go there, but like there's other spots. There's a couple other spots nearby. And that's the other thing, dude. I don't know about you. Like I've been smoking out here in LA, like fucking hitting dispensaries or getting shit off the street or whatever. And that shit is like changed like tremendously. Like,
that's wild.
Yeah.
I went to New Orleans, and that was the first time where I experienced buying weed that was like you gotta be hush hush.
Yeah.
And it was weird. Like the guy was like, "Hey, just stay here," and he went to go talk to somebody. He was talking to this other guy, and it was just he came and gave me in a little bag, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, because I didn't start shopping or doing that stuff until like maybe 2016, so I didn't see it from back then.
So it was like wild west at the dispensaries, bro. Like it was crazy. So there's so many more mandated like rules and regulations now that are, some of them are like make sense, and some of them you're just like, what the fuck, why? Like what does this matter? Like back in the day, they would just have huge ass jars, and you just be able to just pick whichever one you wanted to, and they would let you like touch it. They would let you like like sniff the bud and shit like that. And then certain places would only let you like smell it sometimes, just to give you a little idea of what you're getting. But nowadays they have them all in like little glass containers where you can't even like they have little display models and shit like that. They have to be different.
And they always put like a bigger one or something like that. So you're like, because there's been times where I've gone through those jars and I'm like, damn, that's a fat nug, and I get a little popcorn nugs. I'm like, oh, it's all right, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's also misleading.
Exactly. Sometimes you see that. And then like back in the day, I don't know, there was a lot more that were just rogue popping up and like didn't have licensing, still doing it. still some like that now today, but like it is way less than it used to be. Like one of the big things that happened was like weed maps. Like after I think like 2 years ago, they had a switch where you needed to have your license on the website and have it verified in order for you to be able to put listings up. So like overnight, so many like clubs like on that website went just down, and like some of them were still operating, but a lot of them lost business because of that shit.
Of course,
and, like, obviously like some of those people, because like some of I've seen certain people run a club and then like shit hits the fan or they just dip.
Yeah. It's a quick money grab.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was living in Koreatown one time, and there was a spot down the street, and they would sell BOGO eighths, and I would go there all the time, and it was one of the spots that was like not 100%. Like you can just kind of go in, just show your ID. Like when the law changed, it used to be you had to have the medical license.
Yeah.
When they made it so it was just like legal for everybody, even though like you needed months for it to go into effect for them to like start doing it. Like the next day they were just like, you just need your ID. Like
yeah, they give a fuck.
They give no fuck.
Yeah,
like we're not gonna be here in 2 months, and like that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, they just want they get as much as you can. Yeah. You know, they probably got a good couple pounds or something nice, and they're just like yeah, get it, push it out.
This might be a cartel club, but like I like the weed. I was like,
they're helping you out.
Shit, it's wild. Yeah, like some of that stuff. Really gray area legally. Yeah. Like, it was kind of wild. But yeah, initially it was just like only medical shit. There was places that were like let you smoke inside. I
remember those.
They would just like have passing blunts to people in line and shit. Yeah. Crazy stuff. They had dab bars and stuff.
That's what I remember right there, the dab bars.
Yeah, that was dope. You can just walk in, just pay like $5 for a dab or something, and just dip real quick.
Because I went to one, I had I met this guy, and he's like, "Hey, come to this dab bar. We're just talking, chatting it up." And it was like a real bar, man. That was what's up, you know? Like, hit me with the dab. You sit there all blasting.
There's some people who throw parties that have dab bars and shit. I've been to some. Pretty dope.
They just drop it. That shit's amazing. Have you gone to those hemp cons and all that?
I went to some like vendor like thing one time. The Cow Palace. Yeah. My cousins got me in there for free because they would work kitchen, like a lot of the venues in the area, like for the A's, for the Giants, Raider games. I think they did Niner games. They did they had to work the Cow Palace too. They just like throw like conventions and events. It was like an old venue for like use it for that much anymore. Like they knew a way to get in. I'm not gonna put nobody on blast. So like
they're not watching.
Yeah, so it was dope, man. We were just like in there, like a couple rappers before.
That's cool, man. Because I did enjoy that. I went to one HempCon, and what they did is they had this fucking where you had to go find things, scavenger hunt, and that was the most fun I've ever had. And they were like, every time I went somewhere, they would give you free stuff, which is like really
that was the shit.
That was the shit.
They were just giving you everything. I had so many edibles. Dude, my cousins bought like fucking like a quarter each and shit. There's like I went to like 3 of them and stuff, and like they're rolling up blunts, and we're just like crazy as we're walking around the venue. We're just like loaded.
Yeah, and then too, all that weed, you know, when I went back to the hotel, that was the first time I ever smoked myself to sleep, and it was all free, just like all the free weed, and I still had enough left over, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I can't wait till things. I mean, legalization is weird, but I can't wait to be able to experience that stuff without having to go so far. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait till we get like legitimate dab bars and where people can go smoke and tell jokes and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't like how there's like not a lot of like smoking lounges and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just an outdoor venues and stuff, like they don't have designated areas like that for people. Which, like there was that one restaurant in like Hollywood that has they'll sell you like
joints and
joints
like
and
aids
stuff.
and
Yeah, and they'll sell you like they'll rent out their equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you want to smoke their bongs and shit, they have crazy looking whatchamacallem coils and shit and all that. It's like the air, like the fucking they got the ice cool. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy because they rent them out. They legit. They're like, hey, here's
yeah.
$100. You get the puff coat, or you get this.
They have like old packages and shit. Like, you can be here for an hour. Like this. Hella bougie. Yeah, like when I saw that, I saw the prices. I was like, I have my own shit here. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing too. They were like, when I went there, they were like, yeah, we're thinking about not letting people bring their own weed. I didn't know we could bring our own weed, so they were like, yeah, you could have, and we were just like, fuck, because that shit was expensive. We got a $28 for like well, it's not too bad, $28 plus tax, but yeah, man, you're gonna pay an arm and a leg just to use some equipment that you got at home. Right. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Fuck that, and it's probably cleaner.
Yeah, and I don't mind smoking joints. I'll just roll a joint in the street and smoke that shit. Yeah. Fuck it. That's what like cool about like living out here. Other places are really beef. But yeah, that shit is crazy though. Back like chill because I always fucking was paranoid. I hardly ever smoked in high school. I don't know. I went to college and started. But like I was still kind of sneaky with it because I was in college. Yeah. So like you can't be just camping like out.
See, I was the complete opposite. Once I got into because I had dropped out of college for a certain point. And I just started smoking really heavy, and then I went back to college, and I was just that guy who was like on campus, just chilling. But again, I went to Cal State Long Beach, and everybody was down. Well, not everybody.
You know, I went to LMU though, but like that was still like the Catholics about there. Yeah, you could like, it was like obviously. Yeah, you couldn't have drinks under it. No, you can't have that anywhere.
That's all along the bar.
Trying to justify. I remember just was one time we had a bottle of vodka in our, and one of our A's walked into our fucking like living unit or whatever, and looked around and like I don't know what he was doing. He was just like just doing a quick little check. Like, so if you come in, take a right, there's a fridge, and then next to that is a counter. It was on the counter right next to the fridge, but he just didn't go deep enough into the kitchen to see it. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, or did he not just want to write it up? I was like, because we were like not giving him problems or anything.
Yeah, like, you'll never know, huh?
Yeah, so I'm just like, because I always had just alcohol in my fucking room.
A little blessing too. Imagine and being that young in college and have alcohol.
Dude, I had a fake ID.
I had that.
Dude, that was wild. How I got
and
it.
You got into places too?
Oh, man, bro. I was so old. I was so much older looking than like my age. Since I was like 12. Everyone was just like thinks I was like 4 or 5 years old. But I swear to God. And I think it's the facial hair for sure. Dude, when I was like going into like high school, people were asking me like what college I was going to chill.
And you're just a freshman going into
Yeah, they're like, oh, like what school are you going to next year? I'm like, oh, I'm going to St. Mary's. Like, oh yeah, Morocco's nice. And I'm like, no, the high school. They're like, oh, okay. I mean,
did you get hit on by older women?
Not really.
Or women in general? Like, did it ever like help you?
Oh, that part, like in college a little bit, like. Not in high school. I was still kind of like fucking shy as hell. Like myself, like not knowing. That's myself. Like I was weird. I was a weird. Like to be real.
Hey, was your school co-ed? Because I went to Catholic school.
It was all boys.
Yeah, all boys. All boys, which is way different.
Was it just high school?
Yeah, and then I also went to Catholic school with K through 8. Well, yeah. So, but yeah, man, just That shit was different. Not many people have ever gone to all boys school.
Was there a sister school though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was that, and I mean they gave dances.
Did you ever like commingle?
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
So we had prom and stuff together. So there was dances, and they would do different things. I was always into public school girls though. I always wanted to be a public school kid. I just felt like I would have been. I was like a social butterfly back then.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's so many kids. But now I'm appreciative of where I was at because this is just different, man. It's just totally different.
How big was the school that you went to?
I want to say 1,200 kids
Total, or just in your like? Oh, okay.
Total. So it's not super big, but like a public school around Myers, like got 5,000 kids.
Yeah, that's how it was when it was like. Oh yes, there was some big public school. One of them like Lincoln, which was like our big rival, because I went to St. Mary's in Lincoln. They were like big football rivals. They were like the big public school. They had like 5 to like 6 or sometimes 7. Like it was big, but like there's kids always coming in and out of that school. For our school, so, I mean, there's kids coming in and out for different reasons, but yeah, it was maybe like 1,400, but it had dropped to like 13, 12 when I was like after I'd left. Christian enrollment was down because I think hurting.
Yeah, that was. I remember that time because it was recession 2010.
Yeah.
That's when I graduated 2010, and then I went to college. And man, fuck the student loan thing, man. That's one thing I hate. Huh.
And like, so it was so bad. Stockton was like one of the like ground zeros for like the housing bubble and all that shit. So I saw everything like go belly up like 2009. Like shit was like by 2010, everybody was kind of like nervous. Like the day I decided to like go to like LMU and whatnot, like the same day that my dad got like let go from a job that he had. It was a direct result of the fucking session because he had like a contract with the company work a casino and building this casino, and because people weren't traveling as much because they didn't have much Vegas tourism was down, so they were slow on building the stuff, and so like because they didn't meet deadlines or whatnot, they like cut like certain people and like so I was like it was just like trickle down of like a whole bunch of I'm like damn, everything.
That's some real life shit too. You know what I mean?
And it's so stressful too because I'm like fuck, I just decided to go to this college and I got a lot of tuition assistance, and I got a lot of like scholarships because of academics. Yeah. But at the same time, I still had to cover like a good chunk of it. I had my family help with a lot of it. So shit too. Like, yeah, it was a stressful years. Like figuring you going to college, I'm like, all right, just go figure life out.
It's like PTSD,
like
man.
level on it. Now I'm just like bringing that back up. I'm like, damn, I haven't thought about this in a while.
Yeah, you got me thinking about it too, dude. Because I 2010 I graduated high school and then I went to college. They gave me student loans and I was like, all right, you know. But looking back at it, like it was a real good money grab because how many students really know what they want to do? You know what I mean? I was one of those. I dropped out, and then by the time I figured out what I wanted to do, I went back, but I paid it off. I paid my tuition like upfront. I didn't get no loans. I was like, I ain't gonna do it. That was the most stressful time of my life, bro. I had like 3 years of just like remembering, like, fuck, I got 2 days until my fucking money's due, you know. And it's like, but that I feel like also part of the hustle. You know what I mean? Like figuring it out, and like it just translates into other things.
Definitely, like I still gotta like a bit. Deal with. It is what it is, though. Yeah. I mean, I can't change the past now. It's just like at the moment you're just like, all right, like you need money, and like,
oh, I got $3,000. Yeah,
whatever. Like, this is what I gotta do. I mean, fuck all that.
Do you use your degree now?
I mean, Whoppers are playing.
Hey, those.
But like I didn't to like play for if it wasn't gonna like.
Damn. Yeah.
Like just broadcasting in general. And they didn't really have those there. So found schools that had that and not LMU. That was one. So like decided to go ahead and do that. And I was like, man, all right, so you give me the same amount of tuition assistance as I would have gotten to go beat my fucking body down. Like, you know, I was big at the time. I was playing offensive line, dude. Probably like 80.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like big, bro. I was like, man, my body was like it took a lot of effort and I was like, I can't do this.
Like just solid? Rock solid?
I mean, it was I was big and I put on a lot of weight. I ate, but like yes, I was bigger too. Like I was just lifting and in shape at the time for that. I was
like a
strong.
big old bull.
Dude, I was I ate so much. Like ate whatever the fuck.
But that's football, right? Do they tell you like, hey, eat up, gain weight?
Well, I knew I needed to put weight on based off of who we were playing. We had a good program to play, and like I knew that I'd played offensive line. I knew bigger guys like to get leverage. Yeah. So, dude, that was crazy. Like going into my junior year, I was only like maybe 175. At the end of it, yeah. And by the like, bro, I think they weighed me at like 250. I knew I got bigger.
Like, no steroids? No,
nothing,
imagine that
dude.
shit.
I swear to
That's
God,
crazy.
I put on a lot of weight, bro. Like, but then check this out. Right after I finished, I went all the way down to like 205. Like by the ended of like college. Like,
damn.
I like lost a lot of. Oh, yeah. It's like you got to like work to put that.
And football, I feel like you guys do so much. You got morning practice, you got after school practice. They take that so serious.
We did. There was some guys on our team who like played D1. And dude, so the highest, I think we were in like good chunks of the and we were in a small city compared to like big places.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of, but it was like intense. I was like, it was fun. I don't know. I like fucking ox and shit. Today, dude, we can waking up on my back all killing me, man.
That's all because of.
I don't know if it's all because like
bro, I can't fucking be shoveling anymore, man. Like, there's times where it's just when it gets cold, and my back is like stiffens up. And you're like,
that's like they're in. I got a shape during. I got a shape like.
You got in shape during quarantine?
Out of shape during.
Oh, dude, I lost a ball.
Yeah.
When quarantine came, and when they shut the gym down, that was hard.
That was me too. That was rough. I was like my outlet to. It's hard for me to like do stuff.
I even bought one of those, like, I went on OfferUp and got one of those body gyms shit, and I used it maybe for like 2 weeks. Like, because yeah, it's I guess also a mentality thing when you to the gym, dude. I went to the gym last night, and all these cars pulled up. I was just smoking, and then I look at all these cars, and there was smoke coming out of everyone's window. Like everyone was hotboxing before the gym, and I was like, man, that's fucking wild.
Dude.
Just like smoke, just like you could tell.
That's fucking.
So things like that, man, it's crazy.
Because I always like stretch out. Just like looking at my phone. I look at my phone for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I got like shit. I gotta do this hip like.
You gotta turn the leg over.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't, man. I get anxiety when I smoke too much. I want to go to the gym because I'm like, man, these people are looking at me. I got fucking sweat in my ass. I gotta, you know what I mean? You start fucking losing it.
I only like trip out if like I noticeably my eyes are like really low, or like if I'm really like red-eyed Jedi, like I didn't put like I drop on sometimes people, or if I smell. Yeah.
That's the one that gets me. I was like, when we stopped wearing masks for a while, I was like, dude, because I used to just leave the windows up too. Leave the windows up, AC popping.
I can't do that. Like the windows up, bro. It's a hot box. Oh man,
it's crazy. A lot of people will come into my car and they're like, smell it, and I'm like, no, that's just some really old dank.
I was like vacuuming the car and I found. I was like fucking piece of ash and shit. It just like. Like little fucking half, like not even half nut, like like little
the ones that you braked up,
or like fucking it was like Scooby snaps or some shit. Like, yeah. Like, find it randomly. You're like, oh, you know what I did? I cleaned out my coins.
Oh,
there was a couple little like there was like a couple of little pieces of weed. I was like, this is an old ass shit. Yeah. Get this out of here.
2012. OG Kush.
My car's not that old. Then.
It just stayed with you this whole time. Yeah.
You brought it with the change. Someone else's pocket.
Yeah. It was someone else's weed, not even yours.
How this get here? The fuck?
Just transmutated.
I think like I'm. Fucking.
You smoke when you drive?
Not all the time, but yeah.
There's traffic. I really enjoy smoking a good blunt when there's traffic, especially at night. A good joint. You just home and traffic's open. That's the music.
I used to have when I was in college. So LMU's on the west side, so like I'll be hanging around like Venice Beach or like Santa Monica. I'd have the top down. I mean, just be like fucking chiefing. Like that was the shit. That was like one of my favorite things. Back when I had hair with wind blowing in my hair. It's like felt nice. But
you know what I miss? I miss ditching class in college. You know what I mean? Like you're like, fuck, I could go to this class, or I can go do something, and you just ditch, and it was such a satisfying feeling.
I felt like I never ditched for like good reasons.
Yeah,
like I was just tired that day. Like I always like knew the number of like classes you could miss and like still like not dinged or whatever, and I'd like always do the max. Like I can't. Like, all right, this one I could do 3. This one's got 2. This guy's like, he doesn't care. Like, like I should go. Like, I'm fucking like, I need to learn this. You know?
Bro, I had a rule where I would ditch once every class, every semester. Just one time, and I usually wait till the very end. Like when there's like because you know how it is. You have 2 classes a week, right? So sometimes I'll have like a 3-day weekend, and then I'll ditch on a Tuesday. To make that a fucking from Friday all the way to like Wednesday. Yeah. That's a good ass time, you know.
I think I did that. Dude, oh, you know what I did? I did it because like on the back end of partying, I fuck up because I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be fine on Monday. And then like my Monday class comes and I'll be like, nah, I ain't gonna.
I didn't party that much in college, man. I was.
That's when I started partying. So like,
interesting, yeah.
Dude, like I think all that stress and shit, I was just like, I need a fucking outlet. Dude, I drank a lot. Cause like, bro, I got that fake ID. Yeah. I got, dude. I was like, the only place that ever like fuck was like going to Vegas. Yeah, they wouldn't let me in the club. They like confiscated one of them.
With your pictures? Were they with your pictures?
Yeah, I had a backup. I think
that's how you know you.
I think I got rid of it because I didn't want to just have it. That would
have been fun. That's some fucking memories right there.
I had one left because one of them got taken by a security guard in Vegas. Fake. Dude, like this is the only people they would really, really know is fake. One time, a guy knew it was fake, and he was just like, was like, all right, I can't let you in the club, but like, if you want to, I could, like, you can bribe me, and I'll let you in. So we all paid him. We're just like, fuck it, we want to party. Yeah. Like, we weren't gonna stress him, go to like a popping club. That probably wasn't gonna happen.
And he said it straight up too. You can bribe me.
He didn't say it like that, like, but he was just like,
put the hand down.
So check it out. So it was like one of my boys' birthday. He was turning 20, and then me and another friend, we're 20, so we're still like underage at the time. I don't know. So like, the guy who's just turned, he's good. He goes in, and then he sees our IDs, and he knows they're like, he recognizes that they're not real, because like we got Arizona IDs, so like people in California never knew what the fuck to look for, and so when you go to Vegas, obviously they got people from Arizona that come there too, so like they got to know the Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, California. So they know all the like surrounding states like really well, and then. Plus, they got people flying in, so like if the real legit clubs, like those securities, they'll know every state and like, everything.
That's wild.
Yeah. So they'll know how all of them will look, but like they also have like certain black light. They'll put the black light on it too.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
So like ours had the black light though. Still, ours was sick, bro. Like,
were they like legit from there? Or?
Ours scanned and shit. No, we got them from China, dude. Like
no fucking.
We got an order from China.
What the fuck?
They scan, so like they certain like the cards will scan and give up certain information, and like I think it has changed over time where it's a little bit more smarter in what it gives. But like back then, there was a couple times where like I see it get scanned and people would be like, all right, you're good.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was crazy.
From China? And this is from like a website? You guys just...
Yeah, that website got taken down by like the feds, I'm pretty sure, after we ordered. I'm sure the people who were doing it.
It's a different .com.
Check this out. So this is how we ordered it though. Like, oh no, let me finish that story first. So the guy just took my ID one time. And I had the other one, but no. So the first time we had to bribe the guy, he was just like, "All right, so I know you guys two are fake, right? These IDs are fake. So here's the thing: I'm not gonna take them from you. Like, if you guys want to come in, like, what you could do is you just pay like 60 each, and then like just give me a small little handshake, and then I'll let you go. Like, we weren't that young off of it, and he knew we were just party because it was. And so we're just like, we left, and we're just like. All right, let's fucking do it.
$60. He just was like, give it to me.
Nick Cannon was the guest DJ that day. It was just random. Like,
oh, so it was. Wow.
It was like a nightclub. Yeah.
Dang, he was like, I'm gonna make some money today.
Yeah. So like, it was funny.
Nick had it.
Yeah, it was just random. And that's the other thing too. Is it probably wasn't super popping. We chose a place that wasn't gonna be super cracking, but like we're just how we want to go out and have it.
What do you say, Nick Cannon? I'm not a fan of Nick Cannon.
It was random.
Yeah.
It's wilding out and all that shit. Dude. That's the best thing he did, I think. Wilding out.
I just his radio.
Not a fan of Drumline.
Actually, I do like Drumline.
He's like, I do love Drumline.
Let me take it all back. I'm not a fan of his radio show. That's the only thing. That's the only one.
That's fair. Or like this crazy.
Because he's a hustler. You know what I mean? He is like. I don't know about his conspiracy. He's a conspiracy theorist.
He has some like shit he was talking about. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to speak on it. But like,
this was crazy, dog.
Yeah.
He's something else, man.
Well, I mean, he did get like reprimanded for like saying some shit about like anti-Jewish shit. Like, it's like I can't remember what.
And he got off the air and everything. How they booted him
for a second. Yeah, it was like questionable.
Yeah. Dang, he just came in and did it all.
Yeah. It was some shit that I've heard other people say before too. I'm just kind of like, like, damn, okay.
That's the thing about conspiracy theories too, man. If you find a good one, you get sucked in. That rabbit hole just doesn't.
I want to look this stop. Up. Hold on, I want to look this shit up. Dude. Like it was like out there, but yeah, he was playing that night. It was fun. He finished his set. I was drunk. I was outside in the patio, and I was about to like go back inside to like hang out with a friend of mine. Security guard pushed me to the side, and he walks right past me, and I'm just like drunk. It's like, hey, yo, Nick, we wilding out.
Oh.
And he like takes 2 steps, hears me, stops, looks around, goes like, oh, what's up? Oh, for sure, man. And like gives me a little dab and then just like walks off. And like, I was like, all right, cool. And then like, I'm like, you're not that cool in my book, but I was just like, all right, whatever. You
did that.
He give me dap cool. But my
You're not up there.
You know what I'm
You're not
like,
significantly famous, man.
I didn't fan out when it happened. You know, I wasn't like, yeah, that happened. I wasn't like, put that one in the books. But it was just like, okay, cool. I was just drunk. I don't even like. Oh, why did I say that? I don't. But like, okay, I just was.
You guess it.
And a friend of mine behind me, the other dude who like bribed him. Oh, did you just give Dap? And he just started like bugging out. He's like, "What the fuck?"
That's fanboy out there. He got crazy.
And I was like, "I guess so, man." Like I was playing it.
Like, play cool. Yeah, he wants to hang out next week, you know.
Guess for boys, like, yeah.
Got matching tattoos now.
Got head wrapped. You know what I'm saying?
I met Mariah.
Go together like babies and pacify. That fake ID was.
Man, I did start party until I did stand up.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, stand up is really the door that was like, boom, live your best life, get out there and do you. Cause yeah, man, it's just I fucking, you know, I feel that I did a lot of things like schoolwork and stuff like that, and then once that was done and I found stand up, like I started hanging out with people because yeah, I wasn't very sociable too much.
Okay, you're like real too.
Yeah. And then yeah, man, stand up, you just meet all these people and you start roasting. The one thing though I have learned is not everyone's down to get roasted. Got to be really careful because when you roast with other comics, they go in, bro.
You got to do it in the right setting because they're finding that a lot of comics are the most sensitive kind of people. Some of them you're just like you defied other people,
right?
Some of them like that. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, sis. Whatever. Come on, day.
Just take it. You know? Come on, it. The synonym, not the synonyms. Okay. Pronouns, right?
Synonyms. You know, the cinnamons and the sugars and the vitamins.
The diabetes.
All right, here we go. Nick Cannon fired by Viacom CBS for hateful speech and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories in recent podcasts. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. 90 minutes discussion with Professor Griff. Anti-Semitic remarks. Oh yeah, because they're talking about Louis Farrakhan. That's what it was. And
what's Louis Farrakhan?
Louis Farrakhan is like the leader of he was the leader of one of the Muslim groups in the 50s and 60s that I'm losing. He's the Nation of Islam. That's what it was called. Nation of Islam. Yeah, and it was like close to like Muhammad Ali and all them, and Malcolm X back in the day. He was like a big, but he's still alive. But he's had some like controversial like opinion shit like that. Obviously, a lot of his messages is like real pro black, but it can be like really anti other shit too. So, yeah.
Because Islam is different than being Muslim, or Islam is.
It's like
Muslim, because people say I'm Muslim, right? I'm Muslim, but what's the name of that belief?
Yes, the religion is Islam. Yeah, the Muslim. I don't want to be correct on.
Yeah, no, I don't know shit about. I mean, I have an idea especially with all this new shit going on. It's like, damn.
So,
yeah, that's a heavy ass topic.
I think Muslim is like also a part of like the culture too. But I don't know. I'm tripping. I'm just very high right now.
Yeah, me too.
It's just shit. But nah, he was. Oh, he was also talking about like the Rothschilds and like the banking and like you know how like they run the media and all this shit like that.
Those heavy comedies bad.
My mind's all
they
over
shit
the
me in
place.
the face.
Anyway, what the fuck were we talking?
All kinds of stuff.
Got fake ID.
I wish I got a fake ID.
Oh yeah, you were partying.
Party now.
You said you were kind of like to yourself.
Yeah, I just had a lot of responsibility. Yeah. But now, and dude, I'm doing a festival. What is it? This week. It's like 5 days that I'm gonna be out in Kansas City, Missouri. I think.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's gonna be drugs. Can't wait to do some acids, do some shrooms, smoke a lot of weed. I've never been to a rave.
Damn, what is this?
I have all the info. I have no idea the name, but it's in Kansas City. I want to say it's in Missouri. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, it's like they got a whole long lineup. And like I said, I've gone to a couple concerts in my entire life. And when I say a couple, maybe 2 or 3. So I have no idea what to expect. Dude, we had to buy a shower pass.
Damn, okay.
And I'm like, fuck it. Totally worth it, bro. Totally worth it.
5 days you said you were there?
5 days that we're going to be out there. I think it might be 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, like the most festivals is like, anything over 3 days is like, damn, you're really committing, bro. Anything over like 2 days is, you know? Yeah. Like,
I don't know what I got myself into.
What kind of music?
I want to say it's house, techno, electric.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? They're paying for me to travel. They're paying for my stay. I'm getting fed. What a better excuse to actually see the world. Even if it's like I have to go through some things, it's like, so what? Like, you gotta see some shit, you know?
Bro, I gotta take you to like a music festival at some point. I remember you were telling me, you're like, man, I'm trying to do shit. You're like, I want to do things. Yeah. I see you doing stuff. I was like, all right, yeah, come with me, man. So,
you're doing the one in December, right? The Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, the Los Angeles one. You got tickets out?
I got tickets. I got that shit.
Ooh, that's gonna be some different shit though. That's gonna be some oldies and some rap music and shit. That's gonna be on some gangster shit, dog. That's gonna be some fun shit. You can see like a combination of just like real oldie heads, like freaking lowrider cruising type of homies. These rap heads and like 2000s rap heads, like people in their like 30s and 40s and shit. And then you're gonna see like some young rap little like rappers on that lineup too. So it'd be like all West Coast flavor.
And that's cool, man, because now that you say it, it's like, fuck, I must experience so much, you know what I mean?
It's going to be cool. Yeah, because like there's different crowds for different type of artists I've come to find. Put lineups together, sometimes it brings different people who you never really together, like in this environment. Like, so.
Dude, especially with the stand-up thing, that's one thing I do enjoy. It's always stressful is the lineup. All right, what's the show lineup? Trying to keep it kind of diverse. And just really thinking about it, because I don't know, man. Fucking love stand up, and I want to keep doing this, and I want to potentially get into studios, or not studios, but big ass venues and stuff. And it's like you got to take it all so serious, but at the same time, not like super serious, you know?
Yeah, there's like a fine line. Yeah, I always bring this up I always think about this like dichotomy, because as a stand up, you have to be super confident in yourself that you like. Okay, I want to be heard by the people. But you also have to be so self-critical of yourself. Say, like, what I said up there wasn't shit and I can get better. You know what I mean? Because, like, to be good at it. Because there's people who just, like, are delusional and think they're doing good sometimes. And you're just like, okay, I don't know where you're going to be with your... You know what I mean? But then you see some people and they're, like, sometimes too hard on themselves. So, like, you got to find a balance, too. So like
that's always hard. I guess
yeah,
a journey,
some people
they're
like, yeah, you are funny, man. Like just going, and other people are like, me too, whatever.
Being brave, overly brave. You know, sometimes I get you, man.
No, but like same time, I don't know. It's like like I'm the shit, but like I ain't shit the shit. Like you kind of have that balance. I don't. In my head, I'm kind of that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm. That's just in anything I do. I don't.
Do you think stand-up has helped you in your personal life?
Yeah. I think it has. Yes and no. I don't know. I always kind of needed an outlet at that point in my life when I started it, because I was in a rut. I've had like different bouts of depression and shit like in my life. I
feel
and stuff,
you
so,
on
like,
that shit, bro.
So I've had like different personal stuff kind of like affect me, hit me hard. Going through issues with money issues, moving issues, relationships with people living with, like stressing over that, in and out of shape, and you know, that situation where like a lot of stuff was happening. I've had car troubles and stuff too, and like, you know,
some real shit, dude.
Some real shit. So like at that point, and then you know, like, so I've been doing podcasting since before doing stand up too. So like for me, doing sports broadcasting in college, because that's the reason why I went to LMU also. I'm used to like being on the microphone and being comfortable communicating and whatnot. So I figured I just needed a platform that's kind of just interesting. Seeing honestly the Rogan podcast, because I knew him from like the MMA stuff, but like he was also a stand up as well. And like I knew him from the stand up world. So the fact that he kind of brought together and just what he liked, I was like, oh, because my mind is kind of that way too. Like we'll talk about controversial shit, or I'll talk about like sports I like. I'll talk about the concerts I go to or whatever, shit like that. I'm like that in my own life, you know. I got all these interests. So that kind of led me to that, and then watching him and then bring all these other comments, how their world is, and just like I never thought that I could actually do. Always had like a lot of stand-ups like on. Never really gone to those live. Really, I didn't even know that was like thing you could do. Really, even out here in LA, I didn't go like till like falls leaving like 4 or 5 years, like to a stand-up show, like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of watching his show kind of like open that world up, like listening to like his podcast, and I'm like, man, this guy's like an ex-convict, kind of had like a fucking life in his self. He's still like fucking killing it. And I'm like, and he kind of like would break down what he did in his whole process. I'm like, damn, that seems doable. Maybe I should try it. But it took a coworker kind of like pushing me to do it. Me to do my first open mic.
That's all. I remember that like, shit too. Yeah,
weird, bro. Fucking weird.
It's just them talking you into it, you know, and then you're like, "Fuck it, all right." It pushes you over a little bit.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird timing, dude. Like right around that time, it was like my birthday, and late April 20th. Gonna give me a present. That's the day to do it. So I was just like at work, and I never do this. I looked up my horoscope. I was like, fuck it. All right, it's Taurus season. What's happening? Like, how we doing? I was like, just like on some shit. Cause I think I was talking to like my coworkers about like some astrology shit in that like a week prior or something like that. So it was just in my head. So I just thought of it, and I looked it up, and it said some shit about like using your voice in a unique way or something. You have a unique opportunity. And I was just like, is like the universe telling me to try this shit? I had a coworker for like two prior. We would always just joke around, right? Because I go to this little. It's like, yeah, I go to these couple of these little bars. Should come with me one day. All right, maybe in a off. And finally, like a couple weeks after my birthday, I was like, all right, let's do it. I actually did an okay set, and my coworker friend, like, kind of didn't have as good of a set. I hammered before, and it happens. Yeah, man. Then I don't know. It took a couple months for me to get back on doing it again.
Same here. Some guy I did an improv with. He's like, "Hey, come do stand up with me," and he finally got me out there. And I was like, "All right, let's go." And I did 3 minutes, and I was like, "Wow, that shit was cool," but it took me a couple months, and then I think once when quarantine happened, that's really when, because there was nothing else to do. You know, I like you said, you wanted to find a platform, and then and it forced me into doing stand up and doing the mic, and that shit was wild.
Yeah, for
That
you,
shit's
like
wild.
at least I had like a little more time under my belt before that happened. I had a little more seasoning doing stand up because I started doing it like in 2018. So I by the end of 2018, like that fall, I started going to like a couple more open mics. I went to, I remember like Bretta's and Gardena. Had a couple people there. Met like Mike Kim and like Rezian, Ernesto Ledesma met out there. Eric Escobar was running the mic with him. A lot of other characters, but who I'm missing. I think Mikey McKernan might have been there. Yeah, it was like a whole bunch of people who I like enjoyed. I think they're really good. But I had guests on the show as well too, and have had on like our comedy shows and stuff too. So like started doing that, and then reaching out, going to a couple other places. Like I would only stay like kind of like local where I was. I was living in the South Bay, and I moved back over here in this area. So then at that point, I started going to the mics in downtown. I hit up some stuff in Hollywood, and then
especially if it's that much closer,
right?
You know what I mean? Because I feel you on that. I do a lot of mics in OC because it's a lot more accessible,
right?
You know, now that Long Beach is opening up, but there's like nothing in Pedro. There's not much, you know. It's crazy, like how it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work having to drive to all these places. I put $30 in my tank today. I didn't even get half a tank, bro.
Damn, man. Oh, it's rough. It's rough out here, man. It's so rough out here. Crazy.
And after this, I'm gonna go do an open mic, and then I'm gonna go do the show. So I don't. Now it's making me think like, okay, how are we gonna set this shit up? Let's start fucking scheduling shit out and not just going crazy. I love stand up, but man, it's work.
It is, man. It just like doesn't stop either. No. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. But for me, after that, like fall, winter, I caught the bug, and I was doing it. But like 2019 started, and this is another thing that I never do. It's like I told myself, all right, try to hit a goal this year, like because I would go maybe like once every couple weeks or something like that, like once or twice a month. So like do an open. And by started 2019, I told myself, okay, you should take this being funny stuff a little serious. Like such an oxymoron. But I decided I was like off whatever, you know. That's a pretty fair thing because I had a like 9 to 5 job or 8 to 5 job, you know, and I was doing at a other interests or whatever. So. And then I started doing that. I was on that pace. Unfortunately, I had a job and then got let go from that job. Didn't pass a drug test. That shit happened. Yeah, so that hit me. But that happened. Job in like January, and I got let go like in July.
That's a long time to be there.
Yeah, I was there at least 6 months, and yeah, they were gonna convert me from like a contract position to a full time, or like a employee with full benefits and everything.
And you didn't try no fake pee, none of that.
Oh, I hadn't smoked for like 2 weeks. I'm like, like I tried to I was working out, trying to do it like that way because I had passed the test prior that way, so I figured I could do it again. I didn't, so I was devastated. Yeah, really unfortunate.
Too, man. It would have been it would have been so well.
It would have worked good too, like the job that I would have got. Anyway, shit happens.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is like, so I was on pace. I had maybe like 20, 30 mics done. By the time I finished, or when I left the job, I had a whole bunch of free time. So told myself, I was like, all right, I'm going to try to go do this and just take my mind off of all this stuff. And I just started hitting them. I hit like 50 by like a couple weeks in. And so I pushed it back. I was like, I tried to do 75 by the end of the year. It's 75 by like October. I was just like, all right, do 100. So then I ended up doing 100 by the end of the year. By the end of that year, I started getting like booked on shows and stuff. I was never really asking people to get on shit, but like people, all right, hey, you want to do that? And then 2019, that was 2019, right? At least I got that full year in of doing that, right? 2020 comes around. I told myself, all right, you're going to see if you could do 2. And this was also when I was like, had like managing different job at this point again too. So I was still on pace to do that. I was like grinding, doing thing, and COVID hit. And so I was still on pace to do all that shit. And then like, fuck, I can't go to mics. Started doing crazy all that shit. A ton of them. And like I was like, you know what? I got to do something because like practice. Cause kept grinding on that, and then once things got back opened, just kind of try to take that, get back into the groove, and then those mics hit over 200 last year, and I was gonna try to do the same this year. So, and I think I'll get 200. I don't even count, the mics itself. So, if you ever see it on my like Instagram stories, if I ever tag you or anybody else, like I put a number on it, then that's where I'm at for the year.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why, because I started doing this whole calendar thing, and I noticed like a month ago or 2 months ago, I was going every day, 1, 2, and it's easy to do. It really is easy to do this shit. You just got to do it. But man, like you're talking about depression, bro. I saw my shit just drop. Like, and then I also figure, you know what? If you're gonna do this, I feel that planning shit out is very important because I was in a rut. And like just emotional. I'm a Scorpio, and I'm also like, I got like, ADHD. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I just anxious and shit. You know what I mean? I just fucking sometimes I lose sight of things, and like having this be something for the day and having the show and all that. It's like fuck yeah, I got shit to do today. You know what I mean? So sometimes even when it sucks, I've learned that like you just gotta plan that shit out. Put that shit in the calendar.
Yeah, even like the days you don't do well on stage is still like you can still benefit from it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a consistent thing for me to like hit mics, try to hit shows and get stage time as much as I can. Which is like crazy to think like a couple years ago of like how little I was just like, all right, I like gradually got into it. Looking deep into this shit and shows, man, doing all this. So we'll see where this goes.
You're making it happen.
Trying to, man. Trying to do my thing, making a little mark. Just get inspired by hearing like a lot of the older comics, but like who have made it through coming up in different scenes and seeing how they've networked and I mean, here we go. I think check.
Stay here, baby.
Oh man, my mic's not working. Oh, there it is. Damn. I hope we picked all that up. I hope we picked that up.
That's gonna be
that's gonna be so devastating. We'll do a part 2 if we do this. Fuck. I'll have you back on for this. God damn it.
We just keep it going from the first one.
Shit, man. I really should have checked that.
That's dang.
But yeah, I think there's like One of the guys I saw that was talking about this though was like Joey Diaz, and he was talking like George Perez, and George Perez had like a ton of different rooms in different places, and he would like be able to book a lot of comics and stuff. This was like on a podcast recently that they did, and so I was just like listening to that and going like, damn, okay, like I see the blueprint. I see other people doing similar stuff, so like I feel like I can get that.
Did you see?
You know,
there was one guy who I met, John Moskowitz. I don't know if you ever met him. Some dude from New York. Yeah. He was like, you know what, man? If we all just threw one show a month, we can all get it up. That stuck with me because that's so easy. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, one good show a month. Now I'm on. This is my second show. I already have my third one dated up, but it's like once you get to a certain point where you have all these comics in the pocket and you have all these venues, you're gonna start doing 2 shows a month, 3 shows a month. That's part of the growth, though. You know, I don't know. I want shit now, but it doesn't work that way. Yeah,
I don't know. For me, like things kind of lined up for for stuff to work. Like producing a show, if I hadn't had, first of all, like my co-producer VJ, like bring it up to me as an idea because pandemic had hit, and like there was also like the restaurants were trying to get back into business, and a friend of his had a restaurant that was like willing to do it. Like things kind of came together, and we also had like friends who teach a lot of company, but like, you know, they're like, all right, we got the backing, can you like do the hosting and get the talent? And I'm like, okay, let's try it, let's put it together. So like if that wouldn't have happened, like I would have liked to put shows together at some point, but I don't know like how quick it would happen.
It just pushes you in there.
Yeah, so I guess like I've been kind of pushed in certain directions. I don't know if it's fate or whatnot, but like certain things have tried to kind of push me certain ways. But yeah, man, just got to go through the ups and downs. Sometimes life is just like that. Just gotta, I don't know, gotta keep persevering.
That's it. All you can do is just keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Speak on this show though. Let's talk about the show that you got coming up, man.
September 4th, baby. September 4th. It's in Lynwood. A huge shout out to the Little Brown Boys for fucking helping me promote it.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. I just
Pancho and Frankie, what up?
Hey, yeah. They just fucking man. So I'm like, that indica dominant just got me fucking. I'm trying to stay awake, guys. I'm trying my best.
Let's keep this promo going, baby. We got so many people on this damn show. We got John Lou.
John Lou. We got fucking Frankie. We got Ernesto Ledesma. We got Luis Alvarez. We got Smith.
La Smith,
Angela Corza. I'm always scared to just start throwing names out there. Like, fuck, what if I mispronounce it? You know what I mean?
Was it Art Rezian with the greatest headshot of all time? The greatest headshot.
I was like, are you for real? He's like, yeah, use it. And I was like, all right. He was so excited for me to use it.
That was too fucking funny. Oh my god.
I love playing ball with that guy, man. Talks a lot of swag,
bro. I gotta go out and play with you guys.
You got to, man.
I've been thinking about it, but then like I messed my back up last week. And
it's tough, bro.
So we in Lynwood, right? Lynwood.
Yeah, Lynwood. Hey, you know what? I really had a lot of fun, a lot of stress with this one, but I decided to try something new, and that was really try to involve people within that community. So reaching out to certain people and just making it a part of, because I'm a guest in that neighborhood, right? So it's like I really wanted to provide that neighborhood with some also diversity, like we got John Lou, we got Dakota Freeman on there, but yeah, man,
Dakota's dope.
I think so. We'll see. You know what I mean? I also I don't know. We'll find out. That's the other stressful part of it. It's like.
So when I'm spinning as well, right?
Yeah. You win it.
So there you go. I think you heard it from him.
He's spinning it, bro. I'm telling you, come through. You're gonna have the bangers ready.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun as fuck. I'm excited for that shit. Who else we got? We got sponsors on that too.
There's Mellow Yellow. They're gonna have infused edibles and shit there. Huge shout out to Insomniac Athlete because they're the ones who really put everything for that. The venue. And you know what, man? Like, this is gonna be one of those shows where you come, you have a good time, and maybe it gets a little bit wild, but it's not gonna like cause problems. You know what I mean? You're gonna come, you're gonna have fun. Everyone's gonna get a little lit. Just have a good time.
We're just trying to party, man.
Yeah. Bro, after my first show, I was like, I can't stop.
That was a fun one too.
Thank
you for also having me a part of that shit. That was really cool too.
That shit was cool.
Repping for Long Beach.
Yeah, man, that was crazy how many people came out and just fucking, there was no standing room, and that's the most stressful part of all this is like, fucking, like, am I gonna sell tickets? That's just the worst.
Glad we were able to figure out the extension cord issue because I was like, damn, this outlet was not working right here. I was like, yo,
bro, that's all stuff that happens in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, you can't plan for that shit.
Yeah, it was even wild. I was like DJing like day, and we had a janky setup, and we like tripped the fucking fuse. Oh. And like I had to go to like the fuse box and shit, and, like reset it. And so once it got reset, a couple minutes later, the power back on, and I tried to like spin again. I had a surge protector. I turned it back on. Yeah. Turn equipment back on, and like 2 minutes later, it's like gone again. And so I'm like, all right, I'm just not gonna play the rest of the night. That's insane. I was like, damn it, all right.
Because that's true. I never thought about that, but you got a whole fucking amp out there pushing out.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the speaker. We only had one speaker. Most of the time we have two. So I'm only using one. And so I have that in my laptop, and it has the control. The laptop powers it.
So is stand up equivalent to DJ for you in terms of priority, or is one the other?
Right now, stand up has been the one I've been more dedicated to frequently.
Yeah,
one I feel more comfortable with. DJing is the thing I've done in the past for the longer period of time, but I've only done it in like certain pockets. Up until recently, I'd only been really using like other people's equipment or be like a guest DJ or just whatever. At a friend's house or whatever and do the stuff like that. But yeah, I've had a lot of friends that have had like, different controllers and stuff like in college. One of my bud buddies who used to be here, shout out to Frank. Grew up with him. We went to high school together. His dad was a local like hip hop or not hip hop. He DJ a lot of different genres, but he was on the hip hop radio station at the time. So he was he had like a crazy vinyl collection, and like 2006 ish. You know what I mean? Used to go over in the summertime or whatever and just hang out, and I was just like getting into music. It's crazy. So like he taught me how to spin, how to play like actual records. Then he had like the other equipment, CDJs where you can actually put there. That and actually like more like the advancement that, and then off of that, then there's Serato. Serato, you could just use everything digital. It's all digital.
Yeah.
So he kind of taught us the progress of that. It's kind of I was like pretty blessed to be there to do that.
Hell yeah.
After that, it was just like every once in a while. So I was never really like in shape, I guess, or like rhythm. So I'm still like pretty getting better at it. I got a bunch of stuff I need in terms of playing, but I'll just like playing certain records. I had other people like this tracks you play.
Cause I noticed you do that shit a lot. You go online and you do like your DJs.
That's been my thing recently. Yeah. So like that's been like I'm just like whatever. That's kind of like being able to. It's just for fun for me, but I don't know. It's all like other people do it, inspired by them, and you're just like, it's doable.
Possible, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then also like quarantine kind of changed your shift of like what people's interest stuff. Twitch for like DJs kind of blew and streaming because like people didn't have shows. I was like, I can't go anywhere. I'm like, where the hell can I find the entertainment? And you found it online sometimes. So
it was a prime time for all that social media, for all that good stuff.
Right, exactly. So that was, I guess, one of the silver linings of everything. But
It makes me think of the crate challenge.
Oh, so stupid. That was like
but it's funny too because it's hilarious.
Joking about it last night. I was like, man, if COVID's not gonna kill people, this crate challenges, right? Man, like I can't even think about that crate challenge. This fucking pain in my back, right?
Yeah, I watched one of a compilation of people falling, and I only got like 45 seconds deep, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I feel this shit now.
Dude,
I saw.
Did you see the video of the guy getting shot up from like the drive-by?
No.
There was a drive-by that happened during the filming of one of them. It was like pop, pop, pop. You hear the gun go off.
Oh, what the fuck?
Swear.
That's insane. I don't doubt that either, though.
Yo.
That's like everyone's all together, of course.
Crazy. I know. I'm like, yeah, everyone's out in the front yard. Like, if you got fucking ops, they're coming after you. They know what you're going to be doing. It's like, oh, this dumbass out here on the streets.
That's crazy.
Oh, stupid. I don't condone no violence, unnecessary violence like that, but goddamn.
That's a trip.
It was crazy. That shit was wild.
I saw this one where this guy broke his leg, and I was like, I'm done. Some fat dude just... I was like, you know you big. You know what I mean? You know you're really big.
I've seen people's heads slam against, like, the floor. Yeah. I've seen people fall forward and then turn sideways, like, so their back's all on the crate and shit. Like, oh my God. People flip sideways. Like, they try to step in and they kick it to an angle to the side.
That shit is too much, man.
There was one dude who was at the top and a little kid came through and kicked the bottom out. Did you see that one?
I seen one where a guy kicked it. It wasn't a little kid, but it was a guy who just kicked it and he fell.
Ate so much shit. Oh my God.
That's so scary. I just remember the one guy who was rolling a blunt, got to the top, got to the last crate, and then sparked it and then got down.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was fun.
Small boy.
Dog, making it.
That's wild shit.
Dude, yeah, no, there's only been a couple I've seen actually make it all the way through. Some chick made it in heels. Fucking wild. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Imagine if she fell, though. Bro.
I think I've seen a couple that...
In heels? Like, bro, how... I don't understand.
No ankles.
None. And then imagine that shit gets caught.
Dude, I'm like, damn, I didn't know people were drinking this much milk, man. I need to eat. Like, what's going on? I thought people were more lactose intolerant than ever. Oh, shit.
Brings back memories. The milk challenge. I tried that shit.
Which one was that one?
Where you get a gallon of milk and you try to drink it.
Oh, hell no. That's too much. You're doing too much there.
No, I try. Even if you do it with cereal, it's too much.
You said even with cereal. You even made a meal of it.
Couldn't do it.
Make it easier.
I thought it was, you know. I didn't take account into the marshmallows and shit, you know. Looking Lucky Charms.
Man. Are you taking the show on the road? You going somewhere else after Lynwood or what?
Just back to I'm gonna try to do one in Long Beach, one somewhere else, one in Long Beach. So October I'm doing the show in Long Beach, and then after that I had some guy who owns a barbershop. He's like, "Hey, you want to do a show?" And before I was like, "Man, I gotta make money," but now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to throw really good shows and just build that fan base and really try to. Yeah, because like at some point I do want to sell out stadiums and shit like that. And I can't sell them out if I can't sell out a barbershop.
I feel that. Yeah, I've felt kind of way about like this, some of our shows, but I feel like we're doing good jobs.
Yeah.
If anything, we're making sure, like, actually, like you said, the shows are good, right? Just got to working on that stuff. But yeah, the shows that we had at Beer Garden were like, some of them got pretty crazy.
Yeah,
they got pretty. I was really madly, but also like the situation was separate because not a lot of other stuff was happening.
Perfect timing.
It was perfect time. So like to be able, we got to just keep building. If we can bring that every single time. which brings up me to like promoting. Hold on. Which brings me to promoting my show. If I clip it. Tonight, we at the Thai Angel Bar in Koreatown. Come motherfucking through.
9:30, baby.
9:30. Thai Angel. We got a crazy good lineup. This guy's on it. Eddie Diaz.
You guys didn't hear about my titties.
Spoiler alert. God damn it.
You might get lucky.
Damn. Stupid.
Koreatown. I'm excited for this show, man. Honestly.
149 Northwestern Avenue. Be there, B Square. We got Lee was it Waddle? Waddell. Lee's hilarious. I fucking love Lee.
She always comes through.
I love Lee. Yeah, so Lee's gonna be there. We got my boy Andy Van.
Yeah.
We got
Mario Rodriguez, right?
Mario Rodriguez.
Yeah,
yes.
He's always a good time.
Always a great time.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens.
Yeah. Every time
hanging with that fool. Me and him I always love kicking it with him. He's just like, what's up? You're like NorCal Mario. I'm SoCal Mario. Right? Dude, I had him on the podcast. We really talked football for like football blocking scheme and like freaking like an hour, dude.
So you take the route over here.
Yeah, he's just like, man, he's talking technique and shit, bro.
Because he used to play football too.
Yeah, because he played in college a little too. So like,
that's insane, bro.
It was hilarious, bro.
He told me I got a lot of concussions, man. There's too many concussions, and I never know if he's like joking. Now I know it's always joking, but
I think he's like half serious, dude. Everything he says is like half serious, bro. Like
it comes from a real place.
Yeah,
just super embellished.
He's like, yeah, man. I mean, I'm sad sometimes, I just be laughing. You're like, oh, is he really sad? I don't know.
Yeah, I am. He starts laughing. Or when he broke his arm, that fool was just like,
just lying about how like he broke his arm.
I tackled the shark.
Yeah.
Like, what? And then someone would ask him something
fell off
and
a cliff.
Just
like, yeah.
I think it was your show. It was like 4 or 5 of us. What happened? And he said something, and then someone else would ask him, and he just kept going. Oh, just Social Security didn't come in, and the mail was too heavy, and it broke my arm. Like, damn.
Oh my. Shout out to Mario.
Shout out to Mario, baby.
Mario Brothers back at it tonight. Yeah, he was on your last show, man. I kept playing the Mario drops and shit. He was like, why didn't you play that for yourself? I was like, I totally forgot that. I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't DJ for myself because I'm on stage.
Go around,
I know, I'm just like hitting the buttons. Here we go. That's stupid shit.
That was a good ass time.
That was fun as fuck. Who else we got? Who else did I say? Vinayak Powell. What's up, Vinny? We got Vinny. We got Nick Karadianis, the homie Nick K. Running the Boom. Co-producing that with Jay Price. But yeah, shout out to Nick. Got Nick on the show. And then Genuine Weeks. What's up, Jen? As well. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
And this is every Tuesday?
This one is the first one. So like we'll talk to the owner after tonight and see how.
All right.
The plan is to try to
good vibes.
Plans to do it every week.
Yeah, man.
We had like a couple different days we can. I move it to Mondays. Should yeah. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. But I like it. Nice little late spot in Koreatown. So come through. We got other shows we're gonna be announcing soon as well. Yeah. I know September 6th. Yeah. Yep. Nope.
Monday?
The 5th.
Oh, Sunday, baby.
Sunday night. Campus Billiards in Orange County. That lineup will be dropping soon. Follow me on Instagram for all that information. You should follow the new production page, Out of Breath Productions. All right? Follow us there at Out of Breath Productions. OUTTABREATH Productions.
Follow them.
Yeah, follow that shit. We'll put the link in the description. And yeah, my Instagram, I'll be reposting a lot of that stuff. That's at Puro Caballero. You should know this already because you're following the Puro Caballero Show. Follow the podcast. We have Instagram there too, at the Puro Caballero Show. What's up? Follow Eddie F and Diaz too as well.
On everything, Eddie F and Diaz.
There you go, baby. There you go. Yeah. Trying to think if we got anything else, man. So yeah, your show September
4th.
September 4th.
Yeah.
That's right, baby. This is gonna be a fun ass weekend, man. It's gonna be a fun ass weekend. Yeah. Oh, in Lynwood.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of cool cats out there.
Hell yeah! Shout out the little brown boys, man.
Yeah, shout out,
down. That's their home turf, right?
Yeah,
that's right. You had to get them involved. Man.
I had to say what's up. You know,
I had to say what's up, man. Anything else you want to say before we sign off here?
Yeah, just follow me at Eddie Diaz on everything. You know, if you guys want to try stand up, I host a cheap ass open mic every Wednesday. It's probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon, but I like to say it's a good first mic. Yeah. Now that we got a bunch of them popping up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, that's all I got to say, baby.
Shout out to cheap ass open mic. I've done that a bunch of times, bro. Yeah. Thank you for providing an outlet for us comics when the fucking all the shit was just like barely getting back up and running. And people were just creeping out of their homes like, oh, there's other people alive still. Like, can we do this again? Yeah. So like, been going on for strong. Cool, so hell yeah, man. Always a good time. So thank you again, my man. I do appreciate it. We had some interesting convos and talk a lot of weed shit.
Oh, yeah. My favorite.
And thank you so much. This has been episode number 98 of the Puro Caballero Show. Please follow us everywhere. We've been good. Hope y'all been good too. Peace.